Just Another Podcast is now powered by Agent Bollywood, Sharbina and Ismail, the ideal partner for all your property needs.
Engaging Sharbina Property Matchmaker as your property consultant is a smart investment that can save you time, money and stress.
Contact Agent Bollywood at 9181-4262 right now. Yo! Welcome back to Just Another Podcast with me, Haida.
Anazia here.
We're back in the same
Take this
clothes.
moment and explain this song.
Oh,
Just now you were at the end because you received a DM or something, right?
yes. One of our listeners asked me like what because I think a few episodes ago I said this song fits this topic. So he asked me what does this song means lah.
Okay.
So
We get the same DM in Spotify also. Comment, remember?
Oh, someone asked what song is this, right? Yeah. So they like the song. So it's actually Dule Kasera from the movie Darkan.
Go watch it.
So yeah, I mean it's a good movie. Yeah, go watch it.
But why we use this song?
Yeah, so why we use the song is because it's nice lah. That's the truth lah. Okay, but this particular line means palbar mein kaise badalte hai rishte. I don't realize it that this particular moment or this small moment can change a relationship lah.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what essentially what that line literally means. But it can be different ways because in that context it was a wedding. Yeah. So
it was on relationship lah.
Yes.
Marriage.
So the women in the Indian culture, in the Hindu culture, when they got married, then they will go to the in-laws place lah. So that particular moment changed relationship because they kind of lose their family.
Daughter,
So or likewise for the father losing their daughter or mother losing their daughter and vice versa lah. Yeah. So that's the context, but you can apply it in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah, which
so
is much of our episodes lah.
Correct. When we talk about, for example, divorce, one moment, one argument can change a relationship. Yeah. One disagreement can change a relationship, whether it's being with the parents recently you talk about. And now we're going to talk about children, toxic children.
Yes. Cannot hentam parents only, children are so toxic.
Of course. Now we're going to hentam our own kids. So we are always okay.
Or we hentam ourselves because we are also kids.
Yeah, that's the main point. We need to be balanced lah. We are not always right, obviously.
Yeah. Right? Although we like to think that way also sometimes.
I mean, if you've been listening to us, we always provide balance. Whether she's coming in from the angle of pro something, and then I will come in with the counter argument. And I personally, as a person, I always look at both sides lah. I always look at life that way also. Like, what's the charm here? Like, even when parents tell us something, what's the beauty? What's the silver lining in that? I mean, I'm not a perfect son, by the way. I definitely have a lot of arguments. I just argued with my mom this morning.
But it's just you. It's just in your character that you've been blessed lah, I feel. You know how to look at it in a different light. Like some people, they are so staunch in a way where I only see it this way. When you ask me to look like that, I cannot. Yeah. But I feel that you have the ability to do this. Like look at it in a bigger picture. Some people are just so narrow, they couldn't. Yeah.
I mean, I am an artist.
You dah start.
I like to look at things in an art form, right? So when you look at art form, there's nothing that's wrong. Everything is right. So when the parents tell you like don't cut fingernails on Tuesdays or whatever, all this pantang larang, they have all this nonsense. Or at night or whatever, don't whistle. People always say, what's the logic? If not logical, then don't follow. But sometimes I say, quite nice, quite You're
a bit nostalgic also.
I'm very nostalgic. Yeah. I like things that are older and what's being passed down.
You're really opposite of this part.
Why?
I just want to cut all those.
But you water down, and at the end of the day, who do we become? You see, when things are traditional and cultural, that defines us. When you just water down everything, cut. At the end of the day, who do we become? We become probably Western, or if we go into the Islamic way, we become Arab. That one is.
That's what I meant.
I mean, some are nonsense lah. Like, okay, pantang larang is nonsense.
I'm a true proud Indian. I keep on saying that. I'm very, very proud of my culture and my roots. So in that sense, But when I'm talking about all this kind of thing, like just this kind of thing, like.
I mean, that time when we talk about like the milk and the bananas, right? I gotta bring it back. So I mean, I don't do it. It's not our family don't do it. Okay. But I find a charm in it. Yeah. Some people will say, what's this? Some people maybe say it's against religion, even that angle. Some may say it's nonsense. It's But I see the charm lah. It's,
Like I kena a few days back, right? So Azan normally what we do? Close the door, right?
yes.
Shut the door,
Yes,
right? So
yes.
I shut the front door, and then right next to my front door there's a window, a normal window
Yeah.
that is by the corridor. So I told my son, go and shut the door. Then he looked at me. Then the window, Satan also can come in, what?
yeah, he's right.
And then the balcony, my balcony is open.
Yeah.
It's so big. You think he cannot U-turn and come inside? I'm like, Allah budak ni.
So you don't close everything. I close everything. But some people will open the window, the kitchen, because they'll be cooking and all that. I was
Yeah.
like, close it because it's supposed to be. Likewise, I'm nostalgic.
You're nasty. So Maghrib, you go wrong and close everything.
I go close everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll go close everything.
For us, it's the main door lah.
Yeah.
Maybe because when I was staying at my in-laws'
yeah,
place,
some like
just
for
the main
example,
door.
like my mother-in-law or my wife, they would just close the main door also.
Yeah.
And then I was like, then that one also close because,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the topic.
Okay, let's get to the topic. we digress. So back to toxic children. Yeah, you wanna start with the things, and then I'll bring in my points.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the first one is disrespectful and defiant adult children. Okay, we're gonna say children. Children is adult. Okay, we're not gonna go with young kids lah.
Okay.
They're innocent.
Yeah.
I don't think whatever they know, it's also mature. The maturity level is different. Whenever we mention children for context, it's adult. Okay, guys.
Okay.
So these adult children exhibit a complete lack of respect for their parents, often dismissing their advice, opinions, and even basic commands. So they may behave arrogantly or make belittling. Today's word is belittling. Last time was what?
Authoritarian.
Remarks about their parents, especially in front of others.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So definitely happening, especially in the newer generation. Our generation and beyond. So I've been seeing it a lot actually, and I hate it actually, to be honest.
The Kurang Ajar level is very high.
The Kurang Ajar, yeah, very high. And sometimes I just feel I want to slap them in front of their own parents, that kind of thing. Or I want to address them in front of their own parents and malukan them,
Let's give an example.
So for example, I've seen a lot lah. So for example, like you know how, because we don't agree with some of the things like our parents tell us to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're already an adult. Right? Sometimes your parents will tell you to do things, even you're adult, your mother, in front of your kids, your husband, or this kind of thing, or your wife.
Correct
or
you in
kind of
front of them.
Correct. So I'm seeing a lot of kids answering back, right? Which I don't think is right. Because when you answer back, it's in front of your own spouse. And then your spouse will have lesser respect for your parents.
Agree?
Right? Even if you don't agree with what your parents say, you shouldn't shun them away or tell them, hey, later lah, I will do it later lah. You don't do it in front of your spouse lah. Whatever it is, or don't do it in front of people lah. Your kids see, then they will repeat the thing to you. Your spouse see, they don't have respect for your parents, then they will not be on your side. When it comes to certain things, or sometimes you need to, this is aib lah, at the end of the day. If your parents are stupid enough to let go of their aib in front of them, that's on them.
Yeah.
But for you to even add into that, that's on you. So I don't agree with this. I mean, I've seen even smaller children nowadays is already answering back to the parents, like even in front of like the parents' friends. Let's say you, me, and your kids, and then they suddenly it's like, they call you something or slap you or whatever. Then that kind of thing. I've seen it before in my
same.
Yeah.
I also.
Now I'm like, what the hell is this? Yeah, why are kids like that?
Is it because of gentle parenting then?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's getting very rampant.
Yeah.
Like last time, if we were to answer back, immediately on our mouth, or like even let's say I do it to my parents. My parents' sibling will correct me. Hey, kau kurang ajar apa berbual dengan mak bapak kau macam tu?
Yeah.
It's immediate correct.
Yeah.
Correct it immediately.
Yeah.
But currently I don't see that part lah. So that's how the children get
exactly.
brave.
And also, I mean, there's how to say this? There's certain way that you need to behave in the household and certain way in front of others.
Yeah.
Like even like you so close with your son or whatever, and then outside you don't. And then you tell them also, you don't behave like this. This is between us in front of us. You do that in front of them, they will think you some rude fella, or they think I'm a bad parent. You know? So, but they are kids, so they don't get it also. So you cannot blame them. Then it's on you.
Yeah.
Because that went out of the household lah. So going back to the part where you answer back to your parents in front of your spouse or whatever, I disagree with that, because as much as your parents is at fault or wrong, you just bring them one side.
There's a place and time for everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just keep quiet first. if your spouse see you affected, then that's the conversation between the two of you,
Yes.
right? And then whatever it is, you have your own. He or she is supposed to be your support system and all that, and help you. And then you have that separate conversation. Your mom say or your dad say, you should have said that in front of my kids, in front of my husband, in front of my wife. You address it separately, lah.
Yeah,
But the
true.
moment you shout back at them, everyone lose respect for your parents. So that's toxic children. Behave yourself. You have anything to add to that?
No, when you're
Yeah,
telling this
yeah,
story about,
yeah.
doing it in front of people, like at home you're different, outside you're different.
Yeah.
A memory popped up in my head. Okay, so I went Bandung with my in-laws,
Yeah.
right? With my mother-in-law and my kid.
Yeah.
So my third one is very touchy feeling. Suhail, the third one. He loves to hug. He loves to cuddle. His love language is physical touch. So when he's tired, right, he loves to lean on me. And I enjoy it. Because I do not know until when. The next one will be his wife and
Yeah,
or his girlfriend.
of course,
I
yeah.
won't get this affection. Or like Maman now, I can't even touch him like that. He will like, don't touch me. So last time,
Teenager already, what?
teenager already. So I know that this time is very short already. So we were waiting for the transport at the shopping mall right in front, So he came and he gave me the biggest bear hug, from the back while he rested his head. Tiring, traveling is tiring. Oh, my mother-in-law correct him in front there itself, like, hey, this is the place to do this kind of thing. This is the place for you to hug your mother until like that. You know shame. Like reprimand the kid. But why this, whatever you said came to me, right? My son just zip it. He didn't react. He kept quiet. He just like stood, like put his arm down and he just like that, keep quiet. But once we on our own, right, then he come and say, why she say like that? Why I cannot hug you? So upbringing is important.
Yeah.
If he had said that, I just want to hug lah, I tired lah, become issue already, right?
Or if you had said that also, that's wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Then you will, teach them the wrong thing lah.
Internally, I was already feeling pissed off.
But
I
you
control my tongue.
Yeah.
I just get quiet. I just like, okay, never mind, let it be lah. Just
Because
let
then your mother-in-law's respect in front of your kids will go down.
Yes.
So you shouldn't, good lah.
Yeah.
Luckily both of you keep quiet and address it within yourself. And I think you should address it with your mother-in-law. Just say, okay, sorry.
No, I don't bother. I just hug them lah. Nantak lah. Whatever you want to do, you do lah. Oh, you want me to hug you? I can hug you.
You should hug her on the spot.
I will hug her.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Alright, so the next one. Wow, this one deserves a clap. Okay. Entitled and self-centered adult children, aka biawak hidup.
Oi.
That one I add. So these adult children may develop a sense of entitlement, believing that their parents owe them financial, emotional, or other forms of support indefinitely.
Yeah.
So in return, because they were raised that way, when they get married, right, they become terrible spouses.
Yeah, I mean, we attribute it to gentle parenting lah, I think. Actually no lah, some of them just have this sense of entitlement.
Yeah, I don't think it's
either
gentle
way,
parenting,
But in a way, you can say they are pampered, inverted commas, you know. Because like what I shared with you, what I've gone through, or rather what I do is, I mean, I support my own self, right? My wedding and all this. So I know how difficult it is. So my parents just let me be also. And likewise, inshallah, for my daughter, I will do the same. There will come a point in time where I tell her, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Because when you feel that your parents should be sheltering you all the way, then you are forever sheltered. Then you go out to work, also you have problem because it's everyone's fault but yours.
Yeah.
When things don't work out.
Wow, this one, the trend very, very strong,
Exactly. Now you see all the Gen Z, why you make noise? I'm not happy at Chow.
Millennial also.
Millennial also nowadays.
Yeah.
And then like all of them, like not only that, like, why should I work for so long, or loyalty, all this. I can
Job
hop and all this. Because sense of entitlement, I don't deserve this. Of course, I mean, at the end of the day, there'll come a point in time, I totally agree that you should leave if a place is toxic. But if you're telling me, okay lah, sometimes if you realize it early, quickly leave. That's good also. But if you are telling me like you are the 3-6 months jumper, then you are the problem, right? So yeah, I mean, anyway, we're not talking about working, but that's how sheltered they will be lah.
Yeah.
That then it's difficult for them to survive in the real world, whether work, whether when they get married, when they have kids, all this, because they will blame everyone else. There will be kids that are blaming their parents for the life that they are having because they felt that they didn't give enough lah.
Yes.
And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
You didn't give me enough support. If not, I would have become this person.
Exactly.
I would have become that person.
Correct. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
I've heard of stories, right? There's this guy, before he goes to work, right, the mom will put $10 on the table for him. Every single day, like a recess money.
Wait, he's an adult
Adult.
and he's working.
Yes. So
Still got
sometimes when
$10.
the mom don't have the $10, the mom will ask the sibling that is staying in that house.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you see, I blame the parents.
Blame the
mom.
parents.
Okay.
So now we're switching camp.
I'm seeing a lot of guys. Okay, I'm not generalizing. I think it's both lah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of guys because their mom will pamper them.
Yes, a lot.
So I think it applies both ways, but maybe I'm seeing more. For
Agree,
me lah.
same.
Yeah,
For me too.
yeah.
I see more men.
Because like sometimes even like the parents, like the mom, like prepare the clothes until like dude, you can iron your own clothes.
Come back work, make sure the tea, coffee is on the table, hot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes the parents are fault also lah. Let go lah. Let them do themselves lah.
Yeah.
Because for me, I make my own drink. I make my own snack. I iron my own clothes. So my mom let me do things, and I wanted to do also.
Yeah.
I was like, no lah, let me do lah. I want to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I don't want to make my own Milo, all this kind of thing. I want to cook my own Maggie. I want to iron my own clothes. So I became independent and that, and I believe me doing that actually helped my younger brother also.
Yeah.
He see his elder brother doing it, he also do. So even though he hates ironing, he try, and then after that he said, I don't know. Then I asked my mom to help. That kind of thing lah. But at least he try. You know, like then.
And should your mom not be around? Like now he's staying on his own. He's managing, what?
He's managing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing his own laundry even. He's mopping the whole floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing more than that. So I mean, I'm not taking credit for it. It's credit to him at the end of the day. But that's why as parents, you need to let go at some point of time and let them do these things on their own. And even before I went off to the boarding school in university, I already know all this. So it's easier for me to survive when I was in the boarding school. Easier for me to survive when I'm in the army. So because
I am so scared of this because I have 3 boys, right? I make sure that they do the laundry. They know how to, even Sahil, that small one, will like take the clip, cannot reach also, he will try. Like I will get the elder one to accompany him, train your younger brother. Like do housework. So every Saturday, my Suhail, he has OCD. So he will mop. Because when he mop, he will know which corner, what mark all he will know. Maman will vacuum. Then the girl will feather dust. They are very young, but I have to start them somewhere. Because I have that worry. I have this biawak hidup worry. Like, I scared that their spouse will come after me. How you raise your child? Like cannot even do this, cannot do that. Yeah, and the entitlement feeling is like a no. You gotta get rid of it.
You are in control of your own life.
Yeah.
Right. So don't give me this bullshit. If your parents has given you this, have given you that, you will get there. You are there because of you lah. You know, you're not there because of you.
There is a reel that is going viral, okay? Touching on this topic, I just saw it a few days ago. There's this guy who's going to be sentenced to hang because he committed murder. Theft, burglary, homicide with burglary or something like that lah.
It's not recent, right? Just today.
I think 2 days back. Did you see it?
I saw.
He wrote a letter to the mom before he got hanged.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And then in that letter he wrote, the person that is getting hanged today, me, why I'm getting hanged is because of you.
Oh dear, oh shit, man.
And then I read furthermore, it's because when I stole from the neighbor, you kept quiet. When I stole from school, you paid back and you kept quiet. When I did this, and when I did car theft, you kept quiet. You came and bailed me, you kept quiet. You didn't correct me. And now that I'm facing death, I put this blame on you. So how, this part now, parent or child? Since you say that you should correct yourself, right? He's been making all these mistakes, but parents have shut both eyes on this child. And there's so many now. Yeah.
The answer is still him.
Okay.
Because he's the one who commit the act, right?
Yeah.
So don't give me the bullshit, bro. You commit the act, you get punished for it. But yes, you blame your parents have to be blamed for it lah, for doing that and don't know where to stop lah, or when to pull the brake lah, handbrake, and one day slap you in the face and tell you that was wrong lah.
Yeah.
She should have done that lah. And the fact that you're blaming her at the end of your life right now show that she has to slap you long time ago because you're still blaming her and you still have the the sense of self-entitlement. Right? I don't agree with that. Yeah, I mean, your parents were wrong, but you are adult. You should know when it's wrong or right also. So you should decide what to do and what not to do. I mean, there's laws placed in this country. You just abide by the law lah. Okay, so in this one thing, right, we already discussed 3 points, bro. Is it? Yeah. Wow. We bantai all 3 already, which means like the guilt tripping and emotional manipulation. That letter lah. Yeah. Right. He's just blaming. They may accuse their parents of not loving them enough or not doing enough for them, even if those parents have done everything they can. Yeah. So that's the problem, right? When you do too much for someone, then they expect more. They expect more. They keep expecting more. Yeah, so sky's the limit. Yeah. So like what we have been saying before, in the previous episodes, there will come a time where you draw the line and tell them you are on your own. This is on your own life. You discover, but you also from then leading up to that, you have to let go a bit here and there. You know, test them here, test them there, all this thing. Like, I mean, it's parenting lah. Like, if you know the basic nuance of parenting, like for example, first day you send them to school. Next, you put them on the bus. Then,
Step by step.
Step by step lah.
Yeah.
So step by step, you get them there. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so the last one before we take a break. Wow, this one. Financially irresponsible adult children.
Wow.
Exactly, wow.
Yeah.
Very relatable.
Yeah.
These adult children may overspend, accumulate debt, or make poor financial decisions expecting their parents to intervene and fix the problems they've created. For example, they already create this dalcha, this masala already. They already do, right?
Yeah.
Broke. No roof overhead, no money, nothing. So what they do, they shift into their parents' house, then they become freeloader. So everything parents pay for, even when they are married with their own kids. So I've heard a story on this context. Okay, so what happened was this guy, he feels that his pay of about 1+ is enough for him and his family. Wife, 3 kids. 1+, okay? I don't know how lah. I cannot brain that. So obviously not enough, right? Couldn't even go to work and get a salary, improve your salary so you can buy a house. To one, biar awak hidup, right? So mother, father still around, pamper, okay, come and stay with me. So what happens is, when he want to wash clothes, right? The detergent and the soap all finish. He will tell the, "Ba, finish already ba, I cannot wash my clothes."
Wait, this is someone wrote to you? Or okay.
Someone wrote this to me.
Wow, okay.
So the father, who is just actually retirement already, he's just working for husband and wife, like duit kocek, you know, just like for their own supplement. He is the one, toothpaste don't have. Then the next week come and say, "Bapa, nak cuci baju don't have lah the detergent." And then marketing, "Pak, anak nak makan ayam, beli lah pak, buy chicken lah." Wow, this one I hear, I like, internally I feel, you are the able one. You are the head of your family. Why are you doing this to your parents? Good enough they're providing a space for you. Pemalas, I get triggered already.
You should. Yeah. Okay, I mean, the thing is, again, we blame the parents in a way, right? Okay, I have to admit that as a parent, right now, I'm a parent myself, and I've mentioned it before, that the earlier episodes where I said that there'll come a point in time where I let her be. And I will be the safety net. I said that. So they are doing that, right?
They are giving the safety net.
They are giving the safety net, but that becomes something that is they expect more lah.
Okay, is it being the safety net or taking the responsibility? Yeah. Because malu apa, this one got daughter-in-law and kids. I married my son off to this. Then macam mana, like how?
Yeah, I mean the
So but I pity the pakcik, I really pity the pakcik. Every week new problem.
Yeah, but he brought it upon himself lah. So you like even that the convict or whatever that story.
The one in the letter,
the letter, right? The mom should know when that she should stop helping him, right? Yes, sometimes the first time you say, okay lah, my son need to learn a lesson. Never mind, I will pay first or whatever. I will reprimand him. You need to reprimand. You need to tell him that it's wrong. Second time he does it, okay, you kena. You got to take the hit.
Go for it.
Take the hit first. Then he will learn lah, because he didn't learn the first time. First time you cover lah, of course lah. I mean, I understand. And you do it when they're still a child. Because that's where, I mean, even the laws are put in the
foundation,
way.
The fundamentals have to be strong first.
Correct. We have all these boys' home and all this for corrective actions for kids, right? And then they feel jail time when they are adult, because that's how it is. So you should prepare your kids for adulthood lah. So you shouldn't be pampering them all the way. You should learn when to let go slowly and tell them, okay, now pump, you're 18 really, bro, or you're 16 really, bro, 2 years away from being an adult. What was the adult age now? 18 or 21?
18, I think.
18. So yeah, so there will.
Wait, cigarette now 18, right, or 21? I normally follow the cigarette age.
Is it?
Yeah.
No lah.
I said we're not smokers, so I don't know.
Whatever it is, you basically, what I'm trying to say is stagger lah, or rather slowly let go. On that topic of that father who pamper the son until the son not even buying his own toothpaste, don't let him brush teeth. No.
Don't cuci baju, don't brush teeth. Jangan want to eat chicken, never mind puasa.
But the point is, you let him into the house already. That's the problem.
Okay,
How to
context.
avoid?
This one I find that boomer parents tend to, what's the word? Mollycoddle. Mollycoddle. What do you call it? There's a word that is not coming to me. Molly. Not Molly auntie, okay?
I don't know. Is it a word?
Like mollycoddling or something. There's a word. I see like, okay, maybe the boomer parents, they do this. Millennial parents might not. Do you think that millennial parents are going to spoil the kids?
Mollycoddle, yeah, it is a word.
There's a word, right?
Treat someone overprotective, yeah, correct.
I read the dictionary last time. I got nothing better to do. I read dictionaries.
Mollycoddle, I learned a new word. Yeah, so yeah, you're saying boomer does this.
Boomer does this a lot. Not millennial parentings. What do you think?
Because life was a lot simpler back then. Now it's a bit more expensive. So we were like, go and get your own house. You come my house. Right, I mean things are expensive, things are more stressful. You come to my house, you invade my personal space. I don't want you inside my house, right? Last time they were like, okay I'm the one that brought you to the world. There's 6-7 of us. You know, they have a lot of kids.
Or
so it's
were
okay.
we not taught to be financial savvy last time? Like we know how to minta aja. We every time want, bah, I need this, bah, I need that. Then they somehow work their bones and then they provide. Like now my kids, when they ask me for something, right, I tell them, you go and save up. I'm not going to give you. Unless it's a proper need lah, like a file, like teacher asked for this, I will give. But if they want to buy like nonsense stationaries, I'm like, you go and save your own recess money. There's no way I'm going to give.
Okay, I do not know if our peers are like that, but for me, my mom inculcated that lah. So I always have I think a lot of our generation already have like our own piggy bank. I mean, no pigs halal. Whatever bank, and then you save up money lah. Your recess money, you save up like 20% or whatever. Then you keep, or you save more, then you have more lah. And then at the end of the day, you break and then you buy something for yourself lah. So we always have that. I mean, I don't know. I was brought up that way.
So that's why I said that we as millennials, we have that sense of saving lah. We are financially savvy. Most of us, so many of us are financial consultants now. Back then, like the boomer generation, not many. Now of us all bring the iPad and like, can we talk? There's more of us, so we are more financial savvy. So our kids I feel that they are more. We might not face this problem with our kids. Right? But the boomers will, like the first thing CPF money come out, all the children will go to their parents' house and suddenly be the best children. Because my parents are part CPF.
But their children are millennials, right?
That's the thing. Yeah. They are our parents' generation. That's what I meant.
Okay.
So they were raised that way, you know. So if they bring the culture to us, some, okay, divide some are the financial savvy, some are the CPF stealing.
Okay. Yeah. Or it could be the generation before us, which is what, Gen X?
Before boomer. Or before us, Gen Y. No, I so confused already. Gen X
Gen X,
Gen X, yeah.
Millennial Y, right? Okay. Is it Gen X?
Maybe Gen X.
Are you guys the stealer of CPF? I mean, it's normal lah. I mean, sometimes greed is this, I think, human thing lah. I think it's a generation before us. I don't know.
Yeah, you get the trend, right?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Maybe those that is above 45 to 55, they are the ones that is.
Suddenly,
no offense, guys, but I just gotta spill it out.
No. Let's not put it in these blocks lah. But what was your question? If they start to, they're not financial savvy. That's why they're like that.
They're not taught to be. Like for me, when I was in poly, my dad will transfer 150 every month. First of the month. That will include my meals and my transport. Finish, all too bad for you lah. So you got to learn how to. That's how I learned how to manage my finances. At that young age, really, I was 17 at that time. So I'm going to carry forward this to Maman.
Same for me also. I mean, like what I said, like the allowance money is everything you have. So if you want to buy a toy also, like
it's from there.
The stationery, the cool stationery also, it's from there. You save up your money to get there. You know, you can't ask. I mean, I didn't ask lah. I don't know if our peers asked lah. But yeah, it's usually like that. I don't know if our generation above that should be the same also.
I doubt so lah, because this problem that we're having, you all let us know, please.
Is it your problem, those stealing CPF? Can you let us know whether it's because you're not financially savvy, it wasn't taught to you since young? I don't know. I mean, to answer
I'm trying to go neutral lah. Like, okay, fine. This one biar what hidup. This one is like coming after the parents. And then on your side also, you're saying that it's the parents' fault of not educating.
But they are not even financially savvy to begin with.
So how?
I mean, the olden days is always about saving, right? Now then you also have about investing, whatever, all this kind of thing. So older ways is always about saving. And it takes the parents, right? So in our case, it's usually the mothers because we spend more time.
Yeah.
If the mother spend a bit more, then that's where maybe lah, because
The habit comes.
The habit comes from there.
Yeah.
But I guess sometimes the kids are just too pampered. I think at the end of the day, is the parenting more than. I mean, being financially savvy is part of parenting as well. So blame it on the parents. Everything we blame the parents.
Okay, wait. I think we should find a financial advisor that is from Gen X.
Oh, okay.
We should interview that person.
You come in lah.
Please come in. If you know anyone that we can discuss about it, because they will meet this age group, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not our millennial. I don't want millennial financial advisor. No. I want the one age older.
Older ones.
It'll be interesting to hear their stories
and what happens in their generation.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an open invitation to a financial advisor who has been handling CPF stealers. We're going to take a short break and come back on Toxic Children. Go to the toilet.
You at your toilet.